Well, I don't know what I can say about the next man that's coming on here. I can't say anything about him really. He's a king in his own field. I think that he was afraid of John B. Cain. This man is a man who, in a talent competition a few years ago, beat Matty to first place on that live at 3. And I first met him in the score back in 1973 in Bagenstown, and I've always admired him. He's the king of recitation, the king of comedy, and of his own composition, the one and only Jim Nolan.
He had a car for sale and he put it on the paper. And he said it was in first class condition and all the rest of it. He was a travelling man, he had done a lot of miles out of it. But when he had inquiries about it anyway, the few people rang about it and asked him how many miles he was on it. And he told them he's truthful enough, and he told them the number of miles, it was up near 200,000 miles on the car. And no one even asked him what he was looking for. The car was wore out. But anyway, he was talking to a neighbour with his who was working in a garage. And he said, what you should do? He said, that's a grand fashionable car. He says, put back the miles on it. He says, turn back the clock. I thought, he said, sure, I know nothing about that work at all. He said, don't worry about it. He said, I'll do it for you. And so he did. And he turned back the clock. And now he said, put it on the paper again. Well, he met him after a month or so on. Well, he says, how did you get it on with the car? He says, I didn't put it on the paper at all. He says, why? God, he says, I get another couple of years older, but since the older generation here tonight, I suppose you can remember back 50 or 60 or 70 years ago when we were young. And it's an awful different situation now towards what it was that time. Sorry. And we had no money, of course. That was the biggest problem. We had no money. And all we had was maybe a dance at a crossroads or a dance in a neighbour's house or after a fashion or something like that. But now everyone has plenty of money and they have cars and they can go off wherever they like, and completely different. But this is about the change that has taken place in your time and my time. The other night the youngsters were going to a dance, and I said that I would try and compare with the days of my youth when we done the same, so we sat there and watched them prepare. Now there was no such thing as asking permission. That's not done anymore. I remember my sisters at home, and they'd be asking for 3 weeks before. And after being told all the rules and regulations, I heard them again and again. And the last thing they were told before leaving the house was, be sure and be back here at 10. But now it's near midnight before they begin to get ready. And then the rushing will start. By the time they'll be finished and ready to go, they'll have every room in the house pulled apart. One of the girls came into the kitchen. She said, Mammy, what will I do? My hair wasn't washed since last Tuesday and the lads have used all the shampoo. She said, I used to tell you the way I used to wash it, but I suppose you're too grand for that anymore. We'd get a good lump of soap and a basin of water from the tub that was outside the door. And that time, I can't tell you we had reason to wash it, but things are different now. What will you do if you're making by hands and you're paid twice a day against the ribs of a car? And then one of the lads had a new electric razor. He just stuck it into the wall. He had himself shaved in a minute and he used no water at all. And I thought for the first time that I shaved with the cutthroat, there was blood all over the place. After shearing the heads of the pimples, there were dotted all over the place. I remember my father coming into the kitchen. It was the first time I heard him use the nose. He said, what mother, the name of God has come over you, is there someone after cutting your throat? And then they were talking about this great band that was coming to play. Mickey Rock or Dickie Rock or something, they said was the name. He was known all over the world for his music and TV and radio fame. And when they told me how much he was charging, I nearly died with the fright. But they thought they were reasonable enough at £1,000 for the night. And I thought of all was lost long ago, how we danced to the grand Irish tunes, when the curry played an accordion and Miley became on the spoons. For the jigs and the reels and the sections, no better men could be found, and God knows they weren't having the money. They often played all night for a pound. And later on, I happened to be outside for a minute when this long-haired courier told me to the yard. You'd swear it was on the base road he was driving, either that or being chased by a yard. He was surely doing 70 coming up to the door, and he had to jam on the brakes to pull up. And the elbow stuck out in the window, a real sure sign of a pup. In my time, I can't tell you, he wouldn't go to the yard. No one had dream of the like. He'd meet her half a mile away from the house and take her on the bar of the bike. And about midnight past. There's a hole in the record, I think. Next morning at daylight, the what? Yes, I have it. The next morning at daylight, I thought I heard a whole cabin in the little field at the back of the house. I got out of the bed as quiet as I could, and I crept down the stairs like a mouse. And when I opened the door out in the yard, I never got such a surprise when I saw the covers and they smooching away, right in front of my eyes. All you could see was the tops of their heads and the people out there where I stood in the hall. As much as to say it was none of my business, I shouldn't be watching the top. And you know, I never went out to look at the cow. Go on thinking since that I should, I just turned on my heel and went back up to bed and left her cabin the best way she could. And when I told the missus what was going on, she says, this country gone to a terrible pitch. Actually, she is what for they're having such comfort. Sure, all we ever had was the ditch. She said, anyone that came to hear the like in your talk, they can never know the like in your life. You forget what's going on outside of the yard and get back into bed with your wife. Thank you very much.
It's hard to beat that, isn't it? So only after having his hip done and he's on the stick out there as well, so fair play to him for coming anyway. Next up is Geraldine Dobbs, and she's accompanied by some of the Kinnaird family.
We've traveled oh so many roads together, played the stage in every kind of weather, and the song we sing are from our hearts, our thoughts in every line. You and I were partners in rhyme.
When I'm sad, don't know what to do, that's the time I find my always on my mind. You and I, we're partners in rhyme. You and I, we're partners in rhyme. Always there for each other,
Anywhere, anytime.
even though we may be far apart. You're always on my mind. You and I, we're partners in rhyme.
When it's cold and I'm on the road again, that's when I reminisce and think of you, my friend. And I hope and pray we meet again somewhere down the line. You and I, we're partners in rhyme.
You
And I, we're partners in rhyme. Always there for each other, anywhere, anytime. And you know we may be far apart,
you're
you're always on my mind. You and I, we're partners in rhyme. Yes, you and I, we're partners in rhyme.
I dreamt all last night, oh access to my dream. If I called, 'twill come surely to pass. I dreamt while the tears down my pillow were rolling, that Daddy was courting another fair lass. And did I wake with the weeping and the wailing? The pain in my heart was too deep to conceive. My mother cried, "Nora dear, what is your ailing?" And all I could answer was Teddy only. I've seen the old cabin beyond the before me. I've seen the old crossroad where we used to dance. I remember the lake where we caught the story, and my girly charge where the thrill of romance. But now all around is so sad and so dreary, all dark and all silent, no piper nor reed. Not even the sun through the casement shines cheery, since I left my darling boy Teddy only. Shall I ever forget when the big ship was ready? The time it has come for my love to depart. I cried like a child, oh goodbye to you, Teddy, with a tear on my cheek and a stone in my heart. He said it was too better, his fate he went roving, but what would be gold to the joy I would feel?
Noel and John. I wrote a little bit of ditty about Matty, and I simply called Matty my friend. I hope I get through it. It's funny, but to get emotional about it when it's gone. I had a friend, a music man. To me, he was the greatest. He'd play for you, tunes old and new, from the 20s to the latest. He played the Jewish harp. He'd beat that sharp until his teeth could no longer hold it. He said, "Easy, that's it. That's not worth it, Dan." And to a Jehovah Witness, he sold it. He was great at playing the fiddle, the trumpet, sax, and concert flute, the squeeze box and the banjo, and on the swanny whistle he would toot. The best of Irish jigs and reels, old-time waltzes by the score, and he was the best you'd get on clarinet when playing Stranger on the Shore. He could even play a handsaw, which he held between his knees. The piccolo, the keyboards, the cornet, he played with ease. He had a lovely long-necked mandolin, and with a plectrum loved to stroke it, until Bill Organ the guard, in a Hortown yard, for his big hobnail boot on the case broke. Now at this part of it here, in 1958, Matty was the second person in the top of the town to get a television. He had a John Tolkien, no one talking about it. He had a 17-inch Bush television, I think it was a Continental. At that time, the reception was coming in from Wentworth and there'd be all snow. But Pat Welch was in the Echo, and Pat had the first one, and Matty had the second one. But his Aunt Katie dominated Matty now. She was the boss. She was the only mother that Matty knew, and she totally dominated. But she was at the confraternity, and Matty was watching this television anyway, and through the snow, he had the BBC on, and on came the Follies in Paris, and I don't have to tell you the type of dance, the Follies. And Matty was sitting goggle-eyed in front of this, never saw her coming in, she came in and gave him a bit in the loop. Now, it goes something like this. He bought a TV in 58. It was then one of the new advances. Oh, he thought it was great until his Aunt Kate caught him watching topless dances. She hit him a bit in the ear, and she my bookboard, for you I have the solution. Take back that set, or out you'll get, and go down to Father Scallion for absolution. Now, I've known this man since my childhood days, and through the years how we laughed. And people who didn't know us would say, the two of them must be daft. He passed out 80 before God called out, "Hey Matt, come on up to heaven here, you'll buy you, because the music there is cat. I'm going to start a band, and the training will be hard. But I know now that God knows all, because he chose my friend Kinnaird." Now, I'm over that on a bit without getting too much. The next man coming on is a man who was another regular visitor to Matty. Matty taught an awful lot of him. And so do I, because the original was in as well. Pat Donovan.
What would you like next? Your money back. This is the second concert I was at for Matty. First one was in the Riverside. And I was real near Matty on the edge of the fair green. And we were good friends. This is a song he gave to me. He used to sing it with banjo accompaniment, and I picked it up from Matty. Naturally, it's an old one. There's a gold mine in the sky, far away. We'll find it, you and I, some sweet day. There'll be clover just for you down the line, where the skies are always blue out of mine. So take your time on me, I know you're growing late, but your pasture in the stars will be fine that thing. And we'll sit up there and watch the world roll by. When we find that long lost gold mine in the sky, far away, far away, we will find that long lost gold mine some sweet day. And we say hello to friends, we say goodbye. When we find that long lost gold mine in the sky. This is a 12-bar blues. One more, ladies and gentlemen. He was a legend to me, Kenara, but there's another legend here tonight too, Martin Collin, I'll tell you that. I was behind the goal in '56 when he was playing for Wexford. He had a great game that day. He's here tonight. This is one by Mary Black. Walking on the day, near tall towers were found with their names, silver wings that fly, then all the conquer freedom in their breasts. Saw black-head against the sky with twisted roads that run down to the sea. Living on your western shore, soft summer sunsets ask for more. I stood by your Atlantic sea and sang a song for Ireland. Dreaming in the night, I saw you crying in the morning light, taking folks and news, singing songs to pass the time away. Watch the Galway salmon rise like twisted dart, know your clear blue sky. Living on your western shore, South Shore sunsets ask for more. I stood by your Atlantic sea and sang a song for Ireland. very soft.
God be without him, some bad moments. Now we're in business. On the first day of January, 1892, they opened the asylum and they let the people through. And the first to cross the threshold on the Isle of Hope and Tears was Annie Moore from Ireland, who was only 15 years. Isle of Hope, Isle of Tears, Isle of freedom, Isle of fears. But it's not the isle you left behind, that isle of hunger, isle of pain, isle you'll never see again. But the isle of home is always on your mind. In her little bag she carried all her past and history, her hopes for the future in the land of liberty. And courage is the password when your old world disappears. For there's no future in the past when you're only 15 years. Isle of hope, Isle of tears, Isle of freedom, Isle of fears. But it's not the isle you left behind, that isle of hunger, isle of pain, isle you'll never see again. But the isle of home is always on your mind. When they closed down Ellis Island in 1943, 17 million people had come there for sanctuary. And in springtime when I came here and stepped onto its piers and thought of what it must have been when you're only 15 years. Isle of hope, Isle of tears, Isle of freedom, Isle of fears. But it's not the isle you left behind, that isle of hunger, isle of pain, isle you'll never see again. But the isle of home is always on your mind. Thanks. I never know what we want to do, so we usually settle on the stage. This song, I was singing it for a few years, and I always thought it was written, somebody wrote it about their girlfriend, but I discovered that it wasn't, that the fellow that wrote it about his mother. It was written by Eric Bogle. It's called Nancy O, and his mother was Nancy. And Eric Bogle left Scotland when he was 19 years of age, and he went to Australia. And this is the first song he wrote, and it was about his mother. Goodbye, Nancy. In comes the train, and the whole platform shakes, and stops with a shudder and the squeal of the brakes. The parting has come, and my weary soul aches. I'm leaving my Nancy O. But you stand there so calmly, determinedly gay, and you talk of the weather and events of the day. But your eyes tell me all that your heart has to say. Goodbye, my Nancy O. And come a little closer, lay your head upon my shoulder. Let me hold you one more time before the whistle blows. But my suitcase is lifted and stowed on the train, and 1,000 regrets run around in my brain. The ache in my heart is a black sea of pain. I'm leaving my Nancy O. But you stand there so calmly, so lovely to see, and the grip of your hand is an unspoken plea. You're not fooling yourself, and you're not fooling me. Goodbye, my Nancy O. And come a little closer, lay your head upon my shoulder, and let me hold you one more time before the whistle blows. But the time has run out, and the whistle is blown, and here I must leave you standing alone, with so little time, and now the time's gone, I'm leaving my Nancy O. And as the train starts swiftly to roll, and as I lean out to wake and to mourn, I see the first teardrops trickle and fall. Goodbye, my Nancy O. And come a little closer, lay your head upon my shoulder, and let me hold you one more time before the whistle blows. And let me hold you one more time before